H3H3's terrible update video. Why the community has turned on H3H3. Why H3H3 is the most hated. How H3H3 just ruined their career. I think that we really need to just sit back, relax, calm down, and just talk about this. No more angry Twitter videos, no more angry YouTube videos. We just need to calm down and have a conversation. Hello everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day, and we are just going to delve straight into today's topic. So, I'm sure you guys are all aware of who H3H3 is. He's a YouTuber who runs a channel with his wife Hila, and over the years they've made a lot of reaction videos and also have covered a lot of serious topics. It's a YouTube channel that really has garnered a lot of respect in the last few years, and honestly, I don't think there's another YouTuber that has inspired me as much as H3 has. But times have changed, and recently there has been a lot of controversy surrounding this man. A lot of his fan base have turned on him, a lot of people have been making rant videos about H3. So what has actually happened? Well, today I'm going to give my opinion on the controversy and try and explain what's actually going on here. And if you're here on this YouTube channel today to hear me roast H3 or call another YouTuber a cunt, I'm not going to do that. You're on the wrong YouTube channel, because I am still a fan of H3. I do love his older videos, and as I said, listen to his H3 podcast. So let's just get into it. Now, basically, in the last few months, the main H3H3 channel had pretty much gone radio silent. There had been no uploads for around 3 months, and people were just genuinely confused of what was going on with the channel and where Ethan and Hila were going to take it. And a few people may argue that H3 did address the issues with his main channel on his podcast, but I would say 80% of his audience don't actually listen to the H3 podcast, so you really can't use that argument. So with him going silent for 3 months and there really being no explanation to it, it was a little bit controversial when he uploaded the video H3H3 Bull Rider. Because this video is pretty much a direct advertisement for a video game based around his brand, and now there are multiple reasons for why a lot of his fans and a lot of YouTubers got a bit annoyed with this. Reason number one being the most obvious one, he went radio silent for 3 months, no uploads, and then he comes back with an advertisement. And obviously, anyone is going to be annoyed at that because, let's be honest lads, nobody in the world likes advertising. Now, I fully appreciate that there has been a lot of time, effort, and passion put into this video game, but it does really show Ethan's poor decision-making skills. And I've seen a lot of people try and make out that Ethan is this evil mastermind of YouTube, and his career is now just completely and utterly finished on this platform, purely because of this one decision that he made. I would just like to say to these people, just calm down. Just calm down for 1 second. Yes, it was a mistake. Yes, it was a bad decision. And yes, it was a really bad time to upload this video. But we're all guilty of mistakes. Any human being can make a mistake. And I've seen a lot of YouTubers call out Ethan for this, who have equally made worse mistakes. So I really don't understand the logic here. Now, I'm not saying that Ethan can't take any heat for this, because obviously everyone should take consequences for their actions. But I feel like if you're leaving the H3 channel purely based on this one poor decision, you're a little bit fickle. Now, as I said, a lot of YouTubers and fans began to turn on Ethan after he uploaded this direct advertisement for his video game. A lot of people started making videos on him, so H3 decided to make an update video on what was actually going on with his YouTube channel and the justification for uploading the advertisement. Now, as I said before, no matter what the justifications are for the video advertising the game, I am always going to say that it was very poor timing, but I don't really think it makes Ethan malicious. So I am just going to focus on the update of his channel and why he had been gone for so long. And the main reason purely was that Ethan is suffering of depression, and a lot of people decided to really take issue with that.
The past 3 months, and specifically the past year, has probably been the hardest of our lives. It's just been a string of really difficult to handle events that I think really just took a toll on us. From my part, I was just feeling like I literally could not make any more videos. I just hit a wall where it was gotten so bad that it was basically either stop making videos or disappear forever. I just have accepted that I am like actually depressed.
Now, first off, I would just like to say, I really do hope things get better for Ethan soon, because I really do relate to how he's feeling, and I feel like in my personal books, depression is really nothing to laugh at. If you're gonna laugh at the fact that H3H3 has depression and is going through this phase, you're just a bit fucking ignorant. Now, the main issue a lot of YouTubers and fans take with this video is the fact that Ethan uploaded a video 9 months ago called Where Have We Been?
Today's video, I just wanted to level with you guys. I think it's pretty obvious that we've ghosted out on YouTube. We've pretty much disappeared the past 3 or 4 months. We post like occasionally. I just wanted to talk to you guys and level with you guys about what's been going on with us. And the truth is that I've been depressed, I think. I've been pretty sad. That sounds stupid. That sounds pretty dumb. But depressed, I think, is better.
Now, as you can most likely see, this video is very similar to the video he uploaded a few days ago. But my question for the people that are annoyed at this is, why the fuck is this an issue? In the last 9 months, H3 has uploaded 2 videos talking about his mental health issues and in general, his life problems. That is 273 days, 2 videos, less than 20 minutes of content, which has probably most likely helped Ethan and also helped a lot of other people who can relate to it. Some people may say, well, he's just using depression to deflect the criticism for his video game advertisement video. Well, for one, he had depression before this, and 2, I'm not deflecting any criticism here. I've critiqued him for the advertisement video, and now I'm defending him for talking about having depression. Yes, I do believe the backlash on his advertisement video did prompt him to upload this update video, but it does show he has learned from the update video. He's took the backlash, he's responded to it, he's learned from it, he understands now, he just needs to be clearer with his audience. And to me, it is very fucking weird that a lot of people seem to be angry at the fact that he's talking about his mental health issues. In my opinion, we should be doing the opposite of that and encouraging people to talk about their issues. When PewDiePie uploaded a video talking about forced positivity, I loved that video, and I loved it because I could relate to it personally, and I'm sure a lot of other creators could relate to it as well. So why do we take issue that H3 spoke about depression in a similar manner? Do you guys want him to make an epic reaction video where he just stops randomly and says, hey guys, I'm depressed? Obviously, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We want it in serious context. We want to understand what somebody's feeling right now. And H3 gave us that in these 2 videos. But it appears a lot of people can't take that into context, and a lot of people have just gone ahead and criticized H3 for this video. And one of the main culprits of that is a YouTuber called Diesel Patches. H3H3's terrible update video. H3H3 should just stick to comedy. Why I don't like Ethan Klein. Reading hate comments from H3H3's fanbase. Now, I just want to start this by saying I actually can understand why he's making these videos. He's had a spark of success and now he's just riding the wave. I've personally done the exact same. When Zoella released a terrible advent calendar, I painted her out to be awful. Now, I have apologized for that in the past, and I don't think Zoella is this evil mastermind. I just think she's a bit idiotic and she really doesn't understand her surroundings. But that doesn't mean I don't take any issue with his videos, because personally I still do. In his video about H3's update, there are a lot of points which I just simply do not agree with.
So after 500 years, Ethan decided to upload again, but actually this one is a re-upload. We actually saw this video back in 2017. The only difference is they have different clothes on. You know, when I was viewing the update video a couple days ago, I thought to myself, I think I've already seen this. It literally follows the same exact formula as the old video. All Ethan does is give a half-ass apology, talk about his depression, and show off his animals so people are less assertive on him.
Now again, I don't think it's a major issue that Ethan has been speaking about his depression and his personal issues. If anything, I think it's going to help Ethan, and it probably is going to help his audience, who some of them may be suffering from depression and other mental health problems. With big YouTubers talking about these sort of problems, it's really going to help some people out there who don't want to go to therapists. They want to get help by watching YouTube videos, and that might seem weird to some people, but that is a case for a lot of others out there. In general, dehumanizing YouTubers is becoming an increasing issue on this platform, and I keep on speaking about it. It seems that YouTubers aren't allowed to mess up just once now, and if they've got any personal issues, they're not allowed to talk about it. And if they do talk about it, they're only allowed to do it in one video. And then going back to the video we were just taking a look at, the guy highlights the fact that H3 has been making a podcast despite saying that he's too depressed to make YouTube videos.
From my part, I was just feeling like I literally could not make any more videos. I just hit a wall where it was gotten so bad that it was basically either stop making videos or disappear forever.
If you truly felt that way, you wouldn't have been making podcast videos. I mean, shit, Ethan, your live streams last for over an hour, so I don't really understand what you're trying to say. Ethan clearly wants to make videos because he's been continually making podcast videos, and he clearly has the time, so I don't understand what he's trying to say when he's like, oh, I just didn't feel like making videos. Well, that's what you've been doing. Yeah, it's a different type of video, but it's more time consuming.
Now, the H3 podcast does take between an hour and 3 hours to record, and that is quite a stretch of time, but it's nothing compared to how long it probably takes to make an H3H3 video. There is a very high standard on the H3H3 Productions channel, and that's mainly because they have such a good history of quality content, so you can clearly see that Ethan and Hila are under such pressure to put out the best possible videos, and that really does show with the backlash they got on the advertisement for their video game. An H3 video requires planning, scripting, the purchase of props, and editing, so it probably does take at least a few days to make one of their videos. The H3 podcast is something which they can just turn on a live stream and talk to their entire audience, and I imagine that really does help Ethan, so I honestly can't take any issue with it whatsoever. But then after all of the issues with the H3 podcast, Diesel Patches goes on to make a claim which in my eyes is pretty fucking terrible.
I just have accepted that I am like actually depressed.
Oh my gosh, whenever Ethan just fucks up, he's like, I'm depressed, guys, that's why I've been fucking up lately. And don't get me wrong, depression is a serious issue, but he's not seeking the help that he needs. He's not taking antidepressants because he thinks that's a desperate attempt. He's not seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist that could help him with his depression. And honestly, if he really was depressed, I feel like he would have gotten that help as opposed to just saying like, oh, fuck that shit, I'll just keep making videos.
This is genuinely one of the most cliche views of depression that I've ever seen, and this guy's lack of empathy is genuinely fucking worrying. Newsflash to Diesel Patches, people deal with depression and any other mental health issues in different ways. I personally have anxiety, but I don't take medication for it. A lot of people self-medicate themselves, and if self-medication to Ethan is uploading 2 YouTube videos where he talks about his problems, why is that a problem? I personally don't see a problem. I'd love to know why you think that's a problem. And who are you to say if he has depression? You don't know H3H3 personally, and neither do I. We both don't know how he deals with things, and we should just allow him to self-medicate and do what he wants to help his depression. You give the most cliche viewpoint on depression, but then go on to say that depression is something that we should take seriously, and you basically make out that everyone with depression should have therapists and should be on antidepressants. Maybe in the world of Diesel Patches, everyone with depression is on antidepressants and has a therapist, but in reality, this is the world of where we can choose what we want to do personally. Now, with all the videos he's made on H3, I don't really agree with about 80% of the things he's saying, but there are a few points that I can go with. So this part of the video is the most controversial part of where I talk about my personal issues with H3, and it begins with his podcast. Now, a lot of people over the last year have been constantly highlighting the fact that on the H3 podcast, Ethan has been going into debates about politics and about religion without having an actual idea of what he's talking about. A good example of this is where H3 was talking about the Catholic Church, and he basically said that everyone in the Catholic Church is in on pedophilia.
So, how am I supposed to believe that over the course of many decades, you can have that many pedophile priests, you're covering up and you're moving them around, and you're not all in on it? Not just covering it up.
Who is all in on it?
Everybody.
What do you mean?
Everybody.
Now, this was a massive generalization. Yes, there is pedophilia rife in the Catholic Church, but to say that everyone in the church is in on it is pretty ridiculous. I think if you're going to talk about religion and talk about politics, then you should really be cleared up with the facts and have the information, especially with these very, very sensitive topics. Now, to be fair to Ethan here, when you're on an hour-and-a-half podcast, you are going to slip up every now and again, especially when the podcast is being recorded live. My advice for H3 here would purely be just think before you speak, before you make these rash statements, come out with some facts and some information, maybe present some articles, and I really think that would help you here. And now moving on to the most controversial issue of all, the H3 Bull Rider game. And now I'm really going to come at this in kind of a two-sided coin way. Now, as I said earlier, H3H3 released a video advertising a game on his channel, and this sparked a lot of controversy. Now, the main issue being that this was an advertisement and H3 hadn't uploaded in so long. But the other issue actually being that this game has microtransactions in worth up to $99. Now, microtransactions are in every single game, so why would people get mad at H3 for this? He's just following a regular business practice. Well, H3 did upload a video 2 years ago called Lies, Deception, and CSGO.
Now, according to this Bloomberg article entitled Virtual Weapons Are Turning Teen Gamers into Serious Gamblers, they allege that these gambling sites take 2.3 billion trades just in 2015. 2.3 billion. That's a huge industry.
So because of this video, people were calling H3 a hypocrite because he included microtransactions, and now necessarily, I don't think that H3 is a hypocrite because in that CSGO video, he was talking about a rigged system. Yes, the H3H3 game does include addictive microtransactions, but it's not exactly deception, and it's just there and it is just available. There's not exactly any gambling in this game, and I think that is what H3's main issue with CSGO Lotto was, the fact that it was allowing any child to gamble. But on the other hand, I do still take an issue with this on a moral standpoint because personally, I hate microtransactions. I feel like they're killing the game industry, and it is quite disappointing to see Ethan include them in his game. Now, moving away from that, I just want to address the last thing about this whole H3 situation. I really do think that he just needs to give more clarity to his audience. A community post is really all we need because I believe over the last year, a lot of people are just getting more and more tense because H3's channel really isn't what it used to be. His channel isn't that raw reaction-based sort of style anymore, it's more skip-based, and I think a lot of people do still love it, but clearly a lot of people don't love it anymore, and I think this whole debacle and all of this radio silence has just caused the tension to boil over. So giving more clarity to the audience, I think would really do H3 wonders, and I think it would just in general benefit him, his channel, and his community. Yes, you've given an update video, and that's fair enough, but I really do hope there is more clarity given in the future. In conclusion, I don't think H3 is an evil person, I don't think he's a bad person, I don't think he's a terrible person. I think H3 has done wonders for YouTube in terms of fair use and also in terms of taking the reaction genre and just bringing it to new heights. He's somebody that has genuinely inspired me, and a lot of people may say, well, you're just bum licking H3 in this video. I don't really care, to be honest. This is my personal opinion. I like H3, I like his content. I've highlighted some issues, and I hope you can deal with that. Now, to end this video, I just want to say don't send any hate to Diesel Patches. I don't personally know the bloke, I've never spoken to him. It's just 1 or 2 videos I've taken particular issue with, and I've just stated my opinion, and he stated his opinion. Now, talking of opinions, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this situation. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Diesel Patches? What should H3 do with his channel? Just let me know in the comment section, or also let me know your thoughts at Twitter at iNabber, but you can also let me know your thoughts at Instagram at iNabber. And before we end the video, I would just like to thank my Patreons. Big thanks to Alice, Anna, Arista, Bugger Badger, Charmscott, Creepypasta Rob, Cubeson, Dinky Dino L, Evelyn, Hannah, Henry, In My Shoes, and Notchi, Jessica, Joe, Catherine, Lisa, Majestic, Michaela, Mary, Maya, Mal, Max, Michelle, Michael, Nicole, Olivia, Aurelie, Regan, Rockstar, Sadie, Scrubby, Celestina, Speedybird, Tonji, Trishan, Uncle Tid, Zerifar, Zombie Cesar, Quinn, Clarissa, and Sophie. Thank you so much for paying to the Patreon. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.